Alright everybody, I decided to make a video that would explain all the problems that you might have of a misfire insert in a BMW 2000 and later models, maybe some early models. Let's say here actually I have a spark plug and a coil that I'm going to demonstrate very few things that you might actually be interested in. If you have a misfiring happening only when you accelerate hard and the service light comes on, or when you first start the car you have a misfiring for several maybe minutes and then it goes away, a misfiring like that is very hard to identify because you might test the car and it might not misfire the time you test it, and there'll be no misfiring. Especially BMW E46 and later models, I think they have a automatic code clearance. So when they notice that nothing is going on in the engine again, no misfiring going on, they're gonna clear the codes and there'll be no evidence left of it misfiring. So here we have a spark plug that I took off my car, and I took 6 of them out because all of them were actually coated in black, as you can see. That was the first sign I can see that this spark plug might not fire all the time. And as also you can see, this is a Bosch spark plug, Bosch Plus 2, so it has 2 tips on it. I believe this is the original spark plug that came with my BMW that was installed 120,000 ago. And here we have a coil. After I changed the spark plugs, what's interesting is that the car became a little more responsive, but still had some misfiring going on at higher RPMs or at a hard acceleration. So I took a look at all the coils and I found this very interesting thing here. You can actually see a black spot in here and a yellow circle around it. And a matter of fact, all of the 6 coils had the same thing, like black spot in here and a black circle around it. This is a visible damage that you might take as an evidence of this coil not firing properly. It might have a little different resistance than a normal coil and fire earlier or later, causing this nightmare that you might experience in changing spark plugs, changing coil one by one and unplugging coils, and not being able to find any evidence of misfiring. So I went and I changed the coils too. So I had changed spark plugs and coils, and that's how I actually got rid of this terrible misfiring. And the codes will clear by themselves. The service engine light will go off after the car will sit in your drive yard overnight. Next time you start, it recognizes that the firing order is correct and all the pistons are firing and the RPM is right, and it's just gonna go away. That's all. And I do recommend you put in spark plugs Bosch Plus 4 with 4 tips on them, and all you need is a 3/8 socket wrench, which is like $1 in AutoZone, and everything's pretty much accessible on BMW. The spark plugs were $5 each in a auto parts store, and the coils were a little expensive, but you would, believe me or not, you would pay a fortune for a repair in a mechanics or a dealer. You'll pay over $1,000 to replace your spark plugs and coils, when I just spent my money on parts alone, which was like $200 totally. So good luck with that, and if you have any questions about misfiring, I already had experienced some of the worst of it, and I can definitely tell you any solutions that I might know.